All right, everybody. Once again, we are back. Welcome to Mermaid Ari's Live, where I talk to Trump supporters and try to figure out why they're still supporting Donald Trump on, at least as of today, January 29th, 2026. Because I personally I don't understand it. So we're trying to dig into it, deep dive, find out what's going on. All right. Okay, let's get the rest of these things going. Sorry about my camera being slightly off. It seems to reset a little bit every time the computer goes on and off. Let me get started up on the TikToks. The clock app. Oh, mercy. It's been a long day, guys. Can you guys believe, like, I've been streaming for the last, like, 11 days straight or something like that. And I definitely need my days off. What's up, everybody, as you are coming in? We are getting the clock app going. All right. Bueno, it is live. It is live. Hello, everybody. Oh, is that why that camera was off? Because normally I sit in that little... So it wasn't off. It was me. My chair was off. Got it. Got it. That makes sense. Hello? Stop doing that to me. Oh, mercy, guys. Has everybody had a good Thursday? I have to remind myself what day it is. Oh, my water bottle's over there. Okay, I'll be fine until then, so not a problem. Well, Kate, no one is forcing you to be here. If you don't want to be here, there are options for that. So I think that's what's always strange to me, right? Like, you don't like the content, but you stick around. Why? Also, damn, my hair is getting long. Shit. Sorry, random thought. Oh, that's a good one. I'll start saying that next time. I like that one, Tay. Hey, Moose. Hey, Sonia. Hello, everybody. Apparently, I saw somebody said happy birthday. Who said happy birthday? And to whom? Someone's birthday is today in the chat. Let's go take a peek. Who said, oh, yes, happy birthday to Yoshi. Happy birthday, Yoshi. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Oh, man. So I will say, for those who hadn't heard, and I feel as though you guys should know already, I feel as though this is something that most people have heard. The sheriff's deputy who had shot and killed Sonia Massey, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. So we do have some justice to be seen for her family after that, which I think is good. That is much deserved. Jeez, if anybody had watched, like, if you guys watched that video, that was bad. That was bad. So I am glad that that occurred. So that's how it worked. Senate Democrats met with Trump, and it appears that they came to an agreement to avoid a government shutdown. It was going to happen. Unfortunately, nobody wants to really see a government shutdown when you work in Congress. So I did not actually expect the government to shut down. So that happened, right? So that's a good thing as well. So we got all of that. So that's cool. What else? I don't think I've seen that one, Moose. I would have to look into it just a little bit more. Oh, also, we learned that the Border Patrol agents, the 2 Border Patrol agents that had shot and killed Alex Preddy, are on administrative leave. A couple of days late, but they are now. Bass Panda Senate Democrats Senate Democrats met with Donald Trump, and they have come to some kind of agreement to avert the government shutdown, which I expected. If anybody expected the government to shut down again so soon, I don't know why. Like, that was 100% expected for it to not shut down, at least in my opinion. I'm doing good. How are you all? Doing good. I hope you are. What else? There are a couple of other random things in the news. I will say that. Scott, I'm not sure. So Scott says Trump will pardon the asshole. So I'm not sure who you're referring to. As far as the sheriff deputy, he can't pardon for state crimes, depending on if it is taken to court in regards to the 2 gentlemen that shot off 5 rounds each, approximately. That's like an estimate, right? There was a total of 10 shots. Alex Preddy, then if it's charged at the state level, then no, he can't pardon him. If it gets moved to a federal court, yes, they would have that opportunity to do so. Thank you, Chad, for the 2 as well. I do appreciate that. All right, perfect. Guys, if you are watching over on TikTok, oh my gosh, the clock app, please be sure to double tap that screen and share out the live. Let's get the likes going on that. So I would thank you. And also, guys, can we super duper duper encourage the chat to light up the gift gallery? It's about halfway there. So. Is that Ari, the MVS of Twitch? I mean, I could be very valuable. Thank you, Matt. Who knows? I don't know some days. I'm just here. You know what I mean? I was in someone else's stream today. I was like, ha. I was like, you got someone semi kind of famous in your chat right now. Not necessarily on the Purple app, but in general, you know. Let's see. Okay. We are going to go ahead and open up the phone line so calls can start coming in when you guys are ready. But always, Matt, that's not even a question. Like, why would you even, like, that's not a question at all. You know what I mean? Like, that's 100% a thing. Name checks out. So you're antithetical to our Constitution? Oh, okay. That tracks. I mean, that does make sense. There's plenty of individuals who are antithetical to our Constitution. Yeah, I believe it, Luca. They would be slack-a-lacking. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
What's up? Yeah.
Hi, how old are you?
That's personal. That's strange.
TikTok terms of service. Would you like to declare your age now? Thank you.
We don't do personal.
Okay, bye. Then I don't talk to you. It's that simple. Considering that's like the one personal question that I ask, and that's not even personal. Like, your age tells me nothing about you. That's funny. Phantom says I should have asked for his hair color. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, should have asked for his hair color. Yeah, you're asking your age. Yeah, less personal than your birth date. That's true. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How old are you?
Like 6 or 7.
6, 7. We'll go ahead and do that. It's like today, Chrissy, since quite a few of you guys saw that in RJ's live earlier today, everyone's like, me putting my face on camera is this thing. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like, why do so many individuals use words that they don't know? Yeah, it just does not make sense. I'm sorry, I'm reading this comment. Thanks, Joker. Interesting. Yeah. You guys are welcome to call in. I legitimately will not respond to your comments. That's just kind of how that goes. So I guess if you guys want me to read your comment out, you're going to have to pay me to read it for individuals that do that. Otherwise, I just legitimately don't. Like, I'll just keep talking about the news and stuff. It doesn't bother me any, guys. Let's see. There was some news put in there. Actually, there's a bunch of news that happened today. Oh, man. So, for example, based on an inside scoop, I'm not saying that this is 100% true or not. This was an inside scoop by Reuters, where apparently Donald Trump wants to create conditions for a regime change to occur in Iran. Hold on. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Hi, how old are you?
28.
28. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
I'm there.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And what
I am.
specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
I think he's trying to follow what he said with the immigration policy.
Okay,
he's
so
getting a lot of
trying
people-
to, is that an achievement or is that just an attempt?
Well, he's being blocked by a lot of people.
I'm so
I don't know.
sorry. I don't understand how my question wasn't understood. Is trying to an achievement or is it just an attempt?
Okay, well, we can talk about all the wars he's stopped.
Awesome. What are those wars? And then can you effectuate how he stopped them? And I mean each of them. I assume you would know them all, correct?
I know a majority of them, yes.
Okay. So let's go. Which wars do you know? Let's go through them all. I think he claims 8.5. I would love to know what that half war is.
Yeah, I would disagree with those numbers.
Okay. So what wars? Oh. All right, toodles, I guess. Like, what? Okay, bye. All right. So let me see. You know what I really dislike is everybody's getting a paywall now. It's very aggravating. That's not what I wanted to do. Hello. I just wanted that. Fine. I literally already do this. Like, I don't get it. You don't even give me the option to sign in. So odd. Yeah, Jerry, it was definitely too hard of a question for him. And I don't get it. Like, okay, he's ended all of these wars. Okay, let's talk about him. Can you effectuate how he ended these wars? Like, I would like to know,
You're awesome.
you know? Okay. Fine. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, how old are you?
18.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What year did you, what's your date of birth go?
I don't even know.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Yeah, I just don't know them, Dee Dee, but also it finally worked for me. U.S. President Donald Trump is weighing options against Iran that include targeted strikes on security forces and leaders to inspire protesters. Multiple sources said, even as Yazarali and Arab officials said, air power alone would not topple the clerical rulers. Two U.S. sources familiar with the discussion said Trump wanted to create conditions for, quote, regime change after a crackdown crushed a nationwide protest movement earlier this month, killing thousands of people. So let me go ahead and pop this up on the screen as well. Oh. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
34?
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I do support the ICE stuff going on, that's for sure.
Okay, so what has he achieved with that? Can you effectuate it?
Well, I think that we definitely need to have borders and we have to get rid of, any sort of weight on the system.
Get rid of any sort of weight on the system and we have to have
like
borders. Wait, can I go back to the
Yeah.
have to have borders? Like, have we not had borders? Where did they go?
I mean, listen, they are just flooding in through drugs and tons of stuff is coming across the border. They're not stopping the people. They got to kick out the illegal immigrants.
They're not stopping. Wait,
Yeah.
so Trump's not stopping people
I mean, you asked me
either?
why I support it. I mean, I do support that. So
Oh, I don't get it. So like the borders, did they stop
don't-
existing?
I mean, you are aware that, like 3 million people a year come over, right? Like
3 million
have
people a
studies on
year?
this. Yeah. The most recent update of like 2024 was 3 million people.
Where can I find that 3 million people were allowed into the country?
I think you could just Google it right now,
Yeah, sorry, 3 million people a year allowed into the country. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
if it's for 4
Yeah, it's a
years, that's
lot.
12 million people you're saying were
Yeah.
allowed into the country under over how long?
I believe it scales up every year. So I think
It
the most
scales
was,
up every year.
yes, I wouldn't say like the previous 10 years was 30 million. You know what I mean?
Okay. And who all
But
was
I think
president in the last 10
what that does,
years?
like here's
No, no.
the underlying thing, right?
No,
Okay,
serious
oh,
question. Serious question.
Yeah.
Who all has been president in the last 10 years?
Well, it was Obama who
Uh-huh.
was trying to stop and kick people out. Then we
Uh-huh.
had Trump.
Uh-huh.
Then it did also explode under Biden.
Oh,
But
okay.
now we have Trump again.
Right. So a part of this, like mathematically, right? So Obama would have only been in office for a year, mathematically, for out of this 10 years, right?
Well, you're only
So if
talking
we
about the
break
last
it
10 years.
down,
It's
so
a
sorry,
problem
no,
going
you
on
said
for
it's like 30
years.
million over 20 year, or like 10 years,
No,
right?
I
So that's
no, I
like
said it
3
was-
million a
I said it was
year.
scaling
So
up.
that's 3 million under Obama, 12 million under the first Trump
No,
administration, and 12 million
I don't know
under
if listen. The most recent studies in 2024 said 3 million for
what
that
study?
year. I can't. You Google it right now.
Okay.
I mean, Google will tell you.
Google will tell me. Is
But here's the
Google
thing.
is
Here's the
Google
underlying
is
thing.
Google a
I think you'll
search
understand my point
engine
in a
or is
second.
it a source? Is Google a source or a search engine?
Well, it'll reference, you know,
3
U.S. statistics.
million
But here's the
illegal
underlying thing,
people
right?
coming
Do you
into
know the
the
most
United
common?
States
Do you
a
know
year. I
do you
can't
know
believe
the
I have
most
to corrupt
common
my
reason for
search bar with
bankruptcy?
this.
Do
Medical
you know
debt.
the most common? Exactly. Okay.
This has nothing to do
And
with this.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah. No,
Because
I
when
can't
people can
find
go,
this. 3 million
all right.
people. Yeah, it's not
When people can go
coming. Can we stick on one
into
topic?
debt because they get hurt, right?
Can we stick on
And
one
you can
topic?
take away their house. Well, illegal
No.
immigrants don't pay for medical insurance, and they get
Oh my
to go
goodness,
into
you're going all
hospitals
over the place. No, I
and
want to. I
get
want to stick
no,
on
no,
this
that's the
3
point.
million. Dude, stop
That's
pivoting.
that's a totally
Stop
no, that's not
diverting.
pivoting.
Yeah, yeah, it
That's
is.
not
You
pivoting.
were literally just about ready to say that's a entirely different topic. It is. Thank you
No,
for
what I'm
trying to
saying is
acknowledge
that
that.
illegal
I want to
immigrants
go
come
over
in,
this.
they
I want to
use the
go over
medical
this data.
services,
I want to
and
go
they
over
do
this.
not
We
get
were
put into
talking
debt.
about crossings.
That because
Can we
we are
stick on
talking
one
about it.
topic? No,
This
we're
is the
talking
topic. You
about
said, why do you
your
support
claim.
Donald Trump?
Oh my
I
goodness.
support Donald
We're
Trump.
talking and I'm digging into it. I don't just want you to spam your reasons at me and then be like, all right, I'm good, bro.
Oh,
Out.
calm
Peace.
down. Relax.
Wait, what about this isn't
Okay,
calm?
calm down.
What about this isn't calm?
Okay.
Wait, does it? Sorry.
Because
So can
you're,
we?
you're,
I
you're
can't
doing
find
like a
any
strategy
study.
here.
I can't find any study about a 3 million illegal immigrants coming into the United States a year.
Look up how many
You
illegal
literally-
immigrants come through the border every year. Just
How
Google that.
many
I mean, type it into
illegal
ChatGPT.
immigrants come? Sorry, ChatGPT can be very wrong. Come into the
Sure,
U.S.
yeah.
every year. Wikipedia says 500,000 estimated. So nothing
Wikipedia
anywhere
said that?
close.
Hold
That's
up,
just the first one. Goodness, you just told me
I'll
to type
Google
it
it on
in.
the phone.
You didn't tell me where to go on Google because Google is a search engine and not a source. What a concept.
Yeah, obviously, duh. But
Well,
it's
you just told me to Google it and then you
saying-
didn't tell me where to go and then you
I
get
know, but
offended
you're doing like
because
this thing, right? Like
I'm
you
doing
can
like
see
this
that it
thing?
says the unauthorized population reached a record 14 million
Where?
in 2023.
I literally, where are
Yeah,
you
I don't
getting
know,
from
just-
this? I just like, listen,
I
have
just
this up here.
Googled it, and
Yeah, and
listen,
where are you
and
reading it
Google's a
from?
left-leaning source.
No, it's
Google,
Google is not a source. It is a search engine. It is
yeah,
not
it
a
gives you the AI
source.
overview. Have you been on Google in the past 6 months?
I'm
It gives you
literally
an AI
on
overview.
Google. And when I typed in your question, which is how many illegal immigrants come into the U.S. every year, there isn't an AI overview for it,
So
sir.
who
Not
should we-
everybody
so
has
who
the
should
same
we ask?
thing. Holy
So
you
who should we
sick.
ask?
Uh,
What
You
source
not
would you like?
AI told me that October 5th was a Saturday of 2025 when it was in fact Sunday. I've had Google
what-
AI add an O
what-
in the
what-
word give. It's
Okay,
not a
I look-
source.
okay.
It is a search engine and
Okay,
AI
so-
can be wrong.
All right. Well,
Mercy.
it
So
says-
where am I supposed
it
to stop
says-
reading ChatGPT? Stop reading AI overview.
It-
What source do you
well,
want me to click
it says
on?
from the BBC. The BBC
Where?
says
BBC's not even on
millions.
this. What is the what
Okay.
is the
You want me
title?
to send you the link?
Do
want
you
me
know
send
how
you
to
the link?
source?
How many migrants have crossed the U.S. border illegally?
I literally
And it
typed
says-
into that. Okay, so BBC, what is
So-
the title
so
of the
let-
article?
So can we come to a? So maybe.
And this is how I know he didn't,
let's
just to
come
be
a
clear, guys,
consensus.
I know he didn't read
Let's
the
come-
BBC article because BBC is currently behind a paywall, and I know you're cheap, but probably isn't paying it.
I mean, I can see. First of all, the article actually opened, and now I'm gonna share the article in your little chat because it
Just
fucking
give me
opened.
the title.
I will. Hang on. You know. Let me ask you. What do you think?
What? So you don't have the title.
Comes in each year. It says this. It says, "How many migrants have crossed the U.S. border illegally?" That is the title of the article,
How
and it was
many
posted on
migrants
how
have
many migrants have
crossed-
crossed the U.S. border illegally. Okay. But I mean, this is just one article. It says 21 million illegals to porn from all around the world. I don't know how many years they're talking about. How many people do you think come in every year? And what's an acceptable
By
amount?
a yearly amount, I don't know. I know it's estimated by the Pew Research Center to be 1.6 million over the 4 years of the Biden administration. And hint to you,
Even
people
if it
are
was
still
that, I
coming
don't believe it's
into the
that.
United States of America right now. Like, I don't know
All
if
right.
you realize
I
that,
don't.
but people are still
Let's both
coming in
agree.
here.
Let's agree to disagree on what we think
Let's
the number is, right?
see.
But how many do you think
Six.
should
How
be
many
allowed?
migrants have? So let's see.
How many
Since
do you
January
think should be allowed?
2021, when Joe Biden came to office, there have been more than 10 million encounters. Encounters, not crossings. About 8 million came over, and see, this is incorrect language too.
I mean,
Came over the
it says
southwest
up at the
borderland
top of
with
that.
Mexico under
Listen,
the
you
Trump
scrolled
administration. There were
down. You
2.4
scrolled
million
down
encounters. I
to
was
see that.
reading the
You
article.
scrolled down. The top of the article says that Kamala Harris has allowed 21 million illegals to porn from all over the world. That is
Yes.
assuming
Guess
21
what? Guess
million
what?
over a
Do you
4-year
see
period.
what? Hey, there are punctuation marks around that statement. What do those punctuation marks mean?
But what do you?
What? No, no, no,
you
no, no, no,
asked the
no, no, no,
question.
no, no,
Your
no, no, no,
question
no, no,
was-
no, no, no,
your
nope, nope,
question
nope,
was,
nope, nope, nope,
why do you
nope,
support
nope,
Donald Trump?
nope, nope.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
why.
and
why.
I'm pulling it out of, like, I'm trying to get you to see this.
But you're
What
not.
do?
But you're,
Okay, you're literally going to be muted. No one can hear you until you can tell me. So when you read that part out loud, right? There are punctuation marks right in front of Kamala's name, and then there's a punctuation mark right after Kamala Harris's name. Do you know what that punctuation mark means? Do you know what that punctuation mark means? They got like 2 little hash marks. Like, I'm making the sign of it on my screen right now. What do these mean? What do these mean? Oh my God, what do those mean? What do those mean? What do those mean? Dude, you don't even know what you're reading. You don't know English sentence structure. Okay, let's try this. Let's try a very simple... Dude needs some cheese with his wine. Oh, and then he hangs up. Okay. So guys, to be clear, these are quotation marks. This is quoting Donald Trump. Wow. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
Old enough. I'm over the age of 20.
Yeah, sorry, that doesn't work for me. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Good.
How old are you?
18.
Do you still support Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your date of birth? Go.
19.
If you started with 19, you're already wrong. 19 what? 19 what? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
What's your date of birth? Go.
Hello?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to the podcaster.
Yeah, turn down the stream in the background.
Yes, ma'am.
19 what? 19 what?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you turn down the stream in the background?
I did, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You did. Thank you. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old are you?
I'm 55.
55. Okay, what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
You're awesome.
Let me put it this and I'm not talking to the lady with the headphones on now, am I?
Yes.
How come it's different than on what's going on in the screen?
There's a delay.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you now. I just have one question. What happens when we let all these illegal immigrants come in and the cartel comes and they start targeting your family?
Sorry,
Aren't you
sir, who was
concerned
all
about
let in?
bastards like
See, this,
that?
like, we can't even get to basic facts with people anymore. I want to know exactly how many people were let in. What does it mean for someone to be let in?
let in.
Yeah, what does it mean for someone to be let in?
How do you think? Okay, how do you think there's illegal aliens in the country?
Because they come through unnoticed.
Okay, then they was let in.
No, they're not. Let in means allowed.
Okay.
Let in means
Okay.
allowed. That means they
Now
were
we-
given permission. If I let you into my home, does that mean that you came in here unannounced? If I
ma'am.
let you walk past my gate, does that mean that you came in here unannounced, unbeknownst to me? No.
Ma'am.
Words
Ma'am.
have meaning.
Ma'am.
Learn the words. Learn the
Ma'am.
words. Learn
Yeah, you-
the words.
You don't
Cool.
kinda hear
So when
me.
I
You just
say,
kinda
you
keep
see, it's
running your
very
mouth.
specific language, right?
Here's my
They
very
came in
specific language.
unknown
So
to
you know
us.
he's in your house, and you still let him in your house. That's letting him in. Now,
Yeah, I let my
back to what
dog
I
in
was
every day
saying.
after I let her go outside
Back
and
to
go
what I was-
potty, like, and after we give her a walk. Like,
Yeah,
what's
you're
your
talking
point? Yeah, I
about
let my
whatever.
dog
I'm talking
in.
about
Woohoo!
illegal
The puppy
aliens.
comes in.
Illegal
Anyway, so
aliens.
again, you saying
they
that
come
we
over
let them
here
in is
and
false.
You're saying it's okay because
No, when did I say that? Can you quote me
always
verbatim?
your behavior, your attitude, your
So that's not me
self-righteous
saying it.
attitude.
That's
that
not
think you're
me
better than
saying
everybody else.
it.
And just because you have a thesaurus
Okay.
or somebody
I
speaking
have
into
a thesaurus.
your
Yeah.
voice,
Someone's really
a
speaking to me,
thesaurus
guys.
and a
Yep.
dictionary,
Someone's
everything in
talking
front
to
of
me
you,
hardcore.
that does
They're
not-
telling
that
me
does not-
everything to tell you. Yeah. Sure.
louder. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're right. I can
I'm
do
not
that
even
too.
getting
So let's talk
louder.
about this correctly.
I'm not even getting louder. That's even
No,
more
but you
funny.
won't let
This is
anybody else speak
hilarious.
because-
No, sir.
because
No,
you're-
sir. I was trying
Yes,
to
ma'am.
clarify your language and correct it because words
Yeah, okay,
absolutely have
okay, let's
meaning.
not think about
And then
the
you
clarifying
personally
language
got
and being an
upset.
asshole about it.
You personally
Let's talk
got
about all the
upset
illegal
about
aliens
me
that come into this
correcting your
country.
language. And then now you won't even let me speak. The only person with an
No,
attitude
you're
right
using
now
that.
is actually you.
You know why? You know why? You know
Why
why you
what?
like the way you are?
Huh?
Because you
Why
know why
what?
the way you are?
The way what way am I?
The way you are. Okay,
What
let's
way
talk
is that?
about
Can you
illegal aliens
actually
and the
expand upon
criminals
that?
can possibly
Can you
come
expand
across the
upon
border.
that?
And yeah, I can expand after you
Yeah,
let
what
me
way
speak.
am I? What
After
way
you let
am
me
I?
speak,
Can you
I'll be
explain that,
glad to-
please?
Glad to explain that
Can you
to
expand? Yeah, like you, I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I
making
sure
a
will.
you're making a
After you
judgment, so I
listen to
would
what
like
I
you
have
to
to
expand
say,
upon your
after you
judgment. Are you
listen to what I
capable
have
of
to
doing
say,
that?
After you
Ooh,
listen to
thank
what
you.
I have to say,
No,
we
I
can do
would
this
like
all
you
day,
to
ma'am.
expand.
You're
I
being
would like you
obnoxious,
to
you're being
expand
rude,
on
you're being
what
uncouth, you're
way
being
I
trash,
am.
You're being all kinds of stuff, ma'am.
I'm being all
And
kinds
I'm
of stuff.
I'm
What does that
asking you a
even
simple
mean?
question. I'm asking you a simple question.
What question
you can't
have you
answer
even
it,
tried?
so-
Like,
so
what question
wanna
have you even
argue,
asked?
so you wanna, my question is,
What
one
question is that?
all I have for you, ma'am. One
I still don't know
question.
what question that is.
I know what I'm trying to tell you, but you won't shut your
Huh?
mouth just like all females.
I'm not required to shut my mouth, especially
I
when
know, but you
misogynists
wanna
are
do my-
speaking
you
to me.
wanna talk to me. You want me to call you and talk to you.
I didn't
on
ask
your
you to call
podcast.
me, did I?
No. Yes,
Oh,
you
I
did.
didn't?
You said it says I don't support Trump. Why do you call? And
Oh,
then it
so
says call
was
us.
that for you specifically? What's your name, sir? Is it Bill? We're just gonna say it's Bill. So does that mean Bill, call in? Right? So did I specifically ask
No,
for you
I
to call
want you
in?
to
No.
answer one
Isn't that
question.
isn't
Just
that
answer one
interesting?
question. Just
Isn't
just
that
quit running your
interesting? I
mouth
didn't
and
actually
answer
ask for
questions.
you
You can't do that.
specifically to
You
call
can't do it,
in,
ma'am.
and yet
You
you
can't-
are
you
just
can't
so
answer one
angry for
question.
some
You
reason.
can't all these
Anyway,
little blah, 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 blah,
anyway,
blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, all
Since
liberals.
we've understood that you have a
All you gotta do is
misunderstanding of
answer
what
one
the
question.
terms let in
Answer one
means,
question. All you
can
gotta do
you
is answer
get
one question. You can't answer one question because
you haven't asked one. You
because
haven't
you
even
won't let
asked me.
keep running
Like,
your
to be
mouth. Here,
clear,
let's keep
you
doing
haven't
this
even
here. Can I
answered
answer
like
one question?
more
Can I
than
ask one
two
question?
questions
Can I
that
ask
were
you one
just
question? Can I
generalized
ask you one question?
questions.
Can I ask you one question?
Oh
Can
my
I ask you one
goodness.
question? All I want to do is ask you one question. One question. Now, about illegal aliens. Bad actors come across that border and kill some of your family. Then you're going to start preaching, oh, we can't have these guys over here. We can't have these guys over here. When you should have took care of it now. Now, family members of yours are dead, or other Americans' family members are dead, and you should be held liable.
Is this a question?
For my question is, how do you feel about that?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't advocate for the unalivement of all white people when white people are the ones that killed somebody in my family. So I'm actually a little bit lost. Am I supposed to go after an entire group of people because somebody killed someone or hurt someone within my family?
That's what you're
Because
doing.
if
You're
that's the
saying that all
case, then
white people
absolutely,
are the
then
one that
sure.
killed your family
I'm going to
member.
go after every single person that's
being racist and
generalized
prejudiced against
European
white people
because a
they killed your
European
family
person
member.
killed
All
somebody
you
in
gotta
my
do is look in the
family.
mirror, you're white too,
Like
young lady.
I don't get
So,
it, sir. Do you understand how that doesn't work? I'm not hateful, unlike you.
I'm not hateful.
Sir,
I'm
you
asking
are.
you one.
I've
How is
given
that
you my
being hateful?
answer. I've given you my
How,
answer. I'm
you
not
haven't
going to
given me nothing.
generalize an entire group of people because of one person hurting my family.
Oh, listen.
This is
These
not
are
something
illegal
that's new
aliens.
to me. I'm well aware of what happens in this thing in society. I'm well aware of what's occurred to
right?
my family. You don't know anything
lying.
about me or
You're
my
lying.
family.
I know that you're a racist.
I'm racist. How
ma'am.
have I
You just
effectuated
said-
racism towards you?
Okay, let me tell you. You just said
Also,
a white
I
person
just-
killed a member of your family.
Yeah, and
so
I don't
you're
hate all
racist
white
against all
people.
white people?
No, I didn't. I said, and I don't hate all white people.
Okay, then why why is everybody worried about the illegal aliens when we got Americans here that's starving and out in the cold?
Sir,
It's
Donald
okay to
Trump
put
hasn't
them
done
in the-
anything to help anybody that's starving and out in the cold.
That's a lie.
Oh,
Go
okay.
downtown Kansas City. Go downtown Joplin.
Go downtown.
Downtown LA. Go downtown anywhere, and
What
you'll see homeless
funding
people.
did he send to Kansas City? And are you talking about Missouri or Kansas?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry, it actually
both on the same
does
side.
because no, it actually
But
does.
you're
The
trying
city
to-
is split
you're
up
trying to play
between
games.
two. Are you
It's
not aware that
happening in
Kansas
both
City is
sides.
split up between two states?
Yeah,
Or are you
and
just the
because
person
it's
that's
happening
under
in
the
both sides.
assumption
What part of
that,
don't you understand?
Bill, it's
It's
okay.
happening in Kansas City and
Buddy,
in Missouri.
The only person at this point who's actually shown that they're more than likely racist would be you, sir. Because I don't know if you realize this, but out of the two people that are actively talking right now, the only person who knows what the other person looks like is you. And there's
I'm the
that
least
weird
racist
projection
person-
laugh. Oh
I'm
my
the least
goodness.
racist person you've ever met. I could care less what somebody's skin color is.
Sir, I just
want
want to be clear. Like, it's impossible for me to be racist to somebody that's on the phone because it's impossible for me to know the color of your
Being
skin.
racist to me. That's how stupid you are. I didn't say you was being racist to me.
I also can't be racist towards white people. I can be bigoted. But again, I was very clear that I don't hate all
I'm
white
very
people
clear
in your
that all I want
scenario.
you to do is answer one question. How
You
do
didn't even
feel-
ask a question.
I've asked you the same question 10 times and you haven't answered
You
it.
didn't
That's
even
how-
ask a question. You gave a
liar.
scenario and you didn't say anything with
I
it.
asked you how you feel about illegal aliens that come across the border, and all it takes is just one of them to be a criminal and kill Americans. How can you feel right about having illegal aliens in our country with that? If that even is
Sir,
a
if
slight
somebody, I don't know if
possibility.
you're aware of this, but if somebody commits an act of violence, anybody, regardless of their immigration status or their citizenship status within the bounds of the United States of America, we do to them what we do to everybody. We find them,
Yeah, but
we
it
indict
wouldn't have
them,
happened
and we
because
put them in
they're
front of a
illegal.
judge and a jury,
Are you
and they
really
have
that
their day
dense?
in court.
Are you really that dense? It
That
wouldn't
we
happen
have
because
our
they
day
wouldn't
in
be in our
court?
country.
You actually
They
have
wouldn't
no
be
way
in
of
our
knowing.
country
Okay.
Because they're illegal. You're allowing that through your
Yeah.
propaganda.
Okay, so here's what's up, right? Here's how this works, okay? You can keep crashing out, you can keep crying, you can keep showing your outward misogyny. It's okay. I'm not actually, everybody else knows. You don't know. Okay. So here's the deal. All right, and I'm going to break this down for you. I support the Constitution of the United States of America. And according to the Constitution of the United States of America, under the 5th and 14th Amendments, every person, regardless of their citizenship status, is entitled to the right to due process of the law. So when it comes to somebody committing an illegal act and killing some, oh, you hung up. Aw. Bill crashed out. Bill was very upset and he hung up. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yo, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28?
Yep.
What part of Canada are you calling from?
calling from the East Coast, the
You're in-
liberal side.
Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Awesome.
Okay, bye. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming in. I put that up because I was in the middle of talking. Thanks, guys, for coming in. If you are new here, you haven't hit that follow button or you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it now. We are streaming across multiple platforms, so I am talking to the multiple platforms we are on. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, actually, I used to support Donald Trump,
Okay.
Awesome.
but I've lost a lot of political faith in him and into our government.
Okay.
I also, first off, I am from Kansas City.
Thanks,
That
all of
one
the
guy,
readers coming in late.
absolutely retarded.
I
Kansas
do
City,
appreciate
Kansas City,
you.
Kansas,
Yeah,
both
there's two different.
separated.
Yeah, there's two different parts to
That
Kansas
really
City.
irritated me. But
That's-
I am in I'm discovering a lot about
Well, sir,
how supportive Trump is to Israel and how he's supporting the genocide in Israel, and that how we are all fucking goyim slaves to Israel.
there's that
And
potential.
in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to start a revolution, and we're going to call ourselves the Goyim Crusaders, and we're going to make a rise against our rights as Americans and our rights for other people all around the world to stop the hatred and bigotry. We're going to learn to love each other one day.
Oh, okay, that's a fair statement. Well, I appreciate you. You have a good night. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes, I am.
Fantastic. How old are you?
Hi, I'm 21. I just wanted to say Jesus loves you and everybody watching the stream. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Yes, I did. Thank you, AC, for also pointing that out. Yeah, everybody that came from Sheikah, if you haven't hit that follow button, hit that follow button now. Be sure to be double tapping that screen. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am, and I support you because you stand up for me and my people, and I love Kamala Harris.
Thank you.
And I actually love Trump, and I'm going to poop on you.
That was too far. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm 55.
55.
Okay. Before we start, okay, I need to apologize to you. I called about 2 weeks ago, and I did sort of crash out.
Okay.
So I wanted to apologize for acting like an ass. But you had talked to me about, because we were talking about, what was it, illegal aliens receiving benefits from the government.
Yeah.
And you had pointed me to a 1996 law,
Yes.
which is true. Okay, I looked it up. And in the law, it is written specifically that way,
Yes.
which is true. The problem that we've had over the last 5 to 10 years, though, is we've had states that have done end runs around the law.
Do you have
by-
evidence of that?
We'll use, yes, California. We'll use California's, what is it, CalAid?
It's Medi-Cal. And I don't know if you realize this, but they only extended Medi-Cal to their undocumented populace for 6 months, and then they rolled it back. So it was only active for
Okay.
6 months.
I'm not sure about that, but that that was one example where they extended it from what I've heard, okay, was it kept going, and that's why California had such a horrible deficit. And when President Trump said that he was not going to authorize these payments because we were also talking about food stamps, and you said 42 million Americans. I don't know if you said Americans or citizens, and he was saying we went from 11 million at the end of his term the first time to like 39. So it
Yeah.
increased like
Yeah, I can explain that to you.
300%.
It's actually quite simple to explain. When the C-19 pandemic was ongoing within our country, under the Biden administration, they opened up SNAP recipients, or the ability to receive SNAP, to all persons
Yeah.
who they took off the income cap. And it
Okay,
wasn't well known, but the
the-
people that did know applied for it. And then also our
Okay.
population has increased in size because of women giving birth to children.
Okay, now,
And also a lot of
the
people lost their
other-
jobs during the C-19 pandemic, and not everybody recovered from it.
well,
So that was also would cause a disparity within their income.
I would say that a lot of people didn't need to lose their job. I personally will tell you I did not get the COVID vaccine. I will not get it.
That's everyone's personal
Um,
opinion. That does not bother me any.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying some people would be totally, they would be like, you're a horrible person. You wanted grandma to die, and
Well, that's not me,
Okay,
so
no,
that's unnecessary.
okay, I'm not, I'm just letting you know, I didn't do it. I have a science background, and when I saw how it was tested, I made the decision myself that I wasn't going to do it. Plus, actually, I couldn't do it because every time that I almost decided to get the jab, I came down with COVID. And you can't get the vaccine when you have an active case.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Irrelevant to anything that we're going on about. I was just explaining to you why the SNAP recipient number increased. It's
Okay.
quite
Yeah.
easy to find
The-
out, and a lot of people's income was not they
Yeah.
changed drastically, and so then they met the qualifications for it. Also, people seem to forget, right? So if you
Mhm.
have an immigrant, regardless of their status, but they give birth within the United States, then that child that they have, that child
Right.
would be qualified for SNAP just for that child. It doesn't cover the parent; it only covers the child. They only
Okay,
get
but
paid for the
it
amount
was
that child
given-
is that qualifies
It
for
was
it.
given, it wasn't done that way.
Where's the proof
And
of
that-
that? I would love to be given the proof of that. Because again, if I
Okay.
even look up the
I'll
summary
tell you
of what
what.
the
I-
here, I have this actually up from Congress, right?
you
So this
say
goes
something,
over
'cause
the
I don't have-
PRWORA's restrictions on non-citizen
One
eligibility
second.
for federal public benefits, where it even goes
Yep.
on to explain that the
Could you just
federal
wait a
benefit
second?
programs include TANF, SSI, Medicaid, and SNAP are all qualified on what does not, how you have to have status or be a citizen
I
to be
understand all that.
qualified for a state to be reimbursed for any funds
Okay.
that are any state funds that are spent
I
on.
understand that. Could you hold on a second? I'm asking you to hold on because I can't see what you're talking about. I'm going to that screen right now. Are you showing something online?
Yes, this is from congress.gov.
Okay, well, I only see you.
And normally I would accept what you're saying, but I am very contrarian when it comes to the government anymore. I have served my time in the military thinking that I was doing a great thing, and I have seen stuff that makes me
You're awesome.
very, very, I won't say black-pilled, but contrarian when it comes to a lot of things that the government presents. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Just was like
Did
waiting for
you?
the point. So under PRWORA's baseline rule for federal benefits, only, quote, qualified aliens are eligible for benefits that fall within the statute's definition of federal public benefit. Qualified aliens include lawful permanent residents, asylees, refugees, and some other groups. This baseline rule, which
Okay.
has some exceptions, bars non-qualified aliens, such as holders of TPS, so temporary protected status, recipients of
Yeah.
DACA, deferred action for childhood arrivals, and non-immigrants from receiving federal public benefits. Beyond the baseline rule, the statute imposes additional restrictions on the eligibility of qualified aliens for certain major federal benefit programs, including TANF, SSI, Medicaid, and SNAP. It cannot be given to an undocumented immigrant.
Okay. I know what the laws, you just read the law.
Yes, I did. And
That,
from congress.gov. And if you have something
okay.
that can prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that somehow states like California were getting fully reimbursed for undocumented immigrants on Medi-Cal from the federal government, then please share it.
No, it wasn't working that way.
Then
Okay.
prove it.
What
Can
it
you
was,
provide the proof that somehow California's Medi-Cal, after it was extended to undocumented immigrants, they were receiving federal reimbursement to the state for their state
okay.
money paid out on
Here's,
undocumented
here's,
immigrants.
I am going to give you a scenario.
No, I don't want a
Okay.
scenario. I would like proof.
Okay. I will look up the proof, but here's how they got around that. Okay. You can accept it or you don't. I don't
No,
care.
I'm not listening
Money
to a
is
scenario.
fungible. Money is fungible. So if the state says, I am going to give this stuff out to every single person that lives in California,
It's
they
offered,
get
not
into
given.
debt, what ends up, or whatever you want to call it. I am saying
Meaning you have to qualify.
the state had its, the state had its rules and it acted according to state rules. The state goes into debt. It gets money from the government, but it doesn't say it's from, say, Medicaid to Medi-Cal. They get money from somewhere else. The money is fungible, and they switch it over. Now, you can say that's a conspiracy theory. I really don't care, but that is how it worked. I will work on trying to find this information for you. And how would I get it to you?
You could literally text the number.
Okay.
In fiscal years
Now,
2023 and 2024, between the fiscal year of 23 going into 24, which would be October 1st, 23, September 30th, 24, California contributed $806 billion in federal taxes, and they got less than $500 billion back.
that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yes, they pay more in than they get back from the federal government.
Okay. We'll have to look. We'll have to
Yeah,
agree to
USA
disagree.
Facts. It's not an
But
agree to disagree. All of this stuff is findable information.
I
So
I
for
understand
example,
that,
when we go down a
and
little bit further, where was it on
I promised
California?
you I wasn't going to crash out. Okay. You're
In
giving me stuff to
2024,
look up.
Californians paid about $275.6 billion more to the federal government than they received. And thank you so much for becoming a member.
hmm You've given me stuff to look up. I will look it up. And I promised I wouldn't crash out. I
Awesome.
apologize for the last time, and I would like to be able to call in every now and then.
I mean, I rarely block numbers unless it's a kid or a spammer.
Okay, well, I don't know. I know that when I did, I'm not exactly sure what it did it, but when I put in text, like I put in comments, it would gray out instead of staying white. Like it was
Dude, I don't.
immediately became inactive. I
Yeah,
don't
there's a
know.
bunch of them
I
that
don't know.
come through that are automatically filtered for by the tubes.
Okay. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, there's a bunch of automatically filtered messages. So,
Okay. Maybe that's what it was.
all right.
Don't know. But I have a really interesting question for you then. Why is it that 60% of the people who get food stamps, who get SNAP benefits, who get subsidies, why is more than 60% of them foreigners? We're talking Afghan, we're talking Somali, we're talking, Afghan, Somali, there's another country in there too. But I don't, like I said, I will leave you alone now.
Yeah,
I just
so
wanted to let you know.
based on data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, the claim that 60% of SNAP recipients are foreigners is false. According to 2023 USDA data, 89.4% of SNAP recipients are US-born citizens. And love to actually see it on USDA's website. Like, sure.
Anyway.
Oh, here we go. We'll pull this from PolitiFact. Awesome. The majority of
Okay.
supplemental
Like you said,
nutrition
don't-
assistant program recipients are not U.S. citizen. They rate this as a false statement. Almost 90% of supplement nutrition assistant program recipients are U.S. born citizens, according to U.S. Department of Agriculture. Let's find this. Oh, there we have the direct link. Ooh, and it even
Well-
has their stuff right up at the top, how to connect to them. Let's just see recipients. Oh, and there's only 4 results, so this should be easy. Let's see. So
Really?
82% of elderly SNAP recipients live alone. That's interesting data. And they only receive an average of about 162 per month. Yeah.
Which I think is a crime.
Yeah, I agree. They should not
But-
receive so little. Probably shouldn't have recipients on there.
I make too much to get food stamps. But
That sucks. Well, you are not the only one for one, and sorry, the claim of 60% is insanely wrong. It's about 13% at most.
okay.
Okay.
Again, this is stuff that I hear. I try and vet it. Can't vet everything.
Well, all right, sir.
But
Did you have
you
another?
have a good night.
Okay, you too.
And actually, it is kind of nice talking to you. I don't agree with you, but at least I can talk as long as I don't crash out. Have a good night.
You understand. Thank you. I appreciate that. You too. He understood. At least I can talk to you if I don't crash out. Yes. Yes, you can. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Kids, stop calling. Please. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Kids, stop calling. Please. All right, let's see. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
18.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I was until I heard your statements, and I actually have a question for you about the U.S. Constitution.
What's up?
Isn't there an amendment where if there's someone running for a felony, wouldn't that automatically make them ineligible to run?
Unfortunately, no. The only qualifications to be president of the United States, like specifically written, would be 35 years of age and a born United States citizen. You could not have been naturalized. They've added extra steps on once you become the president, like you have to divest anything that could have you beholden to another company. You shouldn't have any outstanding debts because that could again have you beholden to a company. And you have to give away your major assets. Like you're not supposed to run a business while you're the sitting president.
Yeah. The reason I've stopped being a Trump supporter is because of the ICE that killed two innocent people so far, and
I think that's valid.
I know. And supporting Israel, which is killing innocents of kids. I do protests about it all the time with my friend. Sorry, I'm nervous. I just wanted to say I support you and everything.
Well, I appreciate you. And there is more than two. Look up Keith Porter.
Keith Porter.
Yep.
Ooh. How do you spell Porter?
Porter.
Keith Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Border Patrol agent was off duty at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you, man.
Yeah. I'm also a YouTuber. I support fully what you do.
Appreciate it.
I wish I could interview you for a video, but I don't know how to interview people.
Join the Discord server. That's the best I can suggest. Get past all of the verification steps.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Everyone subscribe.
Listen, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
You're awesome.
Hello. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm too old. Do I
You
have
can
to
just
say?
give like a date, like a year range.
50-ish to
Okay.
70-ish,
That-
somewhere
that-
in there.
Not a problem. I appreciate that. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I'm not. And I wanted to call about the last caller saying about California. California is the fourth or fifth largest economy in the world, not in the
Yeah.
United States, in the entire world. And we here all believe that every human being has a right to eat and be
You're
seen if
awesome.
they're sick And that's why I stay here. I love it here. I don't know why people get so upset because somebody gets food stamps. I even know a story about somebody that went to Whole Foods with food stamps, and they were mocking her. You're
Oh,
allowed to have healthy food if you're on food stamps.
isn't that what the Republican Party would want too? Like they get upset about
No,
junk food,
apparently
but
they don't. I think the problem
yeah.
is the Republicans just want the money, their money. They don't think about the others. And right now we have Donald Trump is all full of billionaires in the cabinet. They have no idea what people go through. They're not in touch. They're not going to help
They're
people
not.
that keep calling, say they support Donald Trump. He's not going to help you.
Yeah,
I
no,
want
I agree.
I just want everyone to know that every person in the world has a right to eat and be they're sick, be seen. And these people that say, "Oh my God, they're just taking advantage." Yeah, $187 a month for food stamps. They're really living high on the hog. You know, I hate the ignorance of it, and I just want people to stop watching Fox News only. They can watch it, but watch other things too, because they're wrong on a lot of things, factually wrong.
Yeah, Fox News is not news.
It's entertainment, and that's what I try to tell them. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I appreciate what you're doing. It's great.
Of course, thank you. I hope you have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I am 19.
You're not, but thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 50.
50.
Fabulous at 50.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I sure am.
Okay.
And I'm also from California. I've caught bits and pieces of your podcast before, and I was just going, I don't understand, and so I'm looking at alternative perspectives to come to like more of a better understanding myself, because I feel like in society we're just so divided due to our algorithms and what people are watching and where they're plugged in, what they're subscribed to, that the divide is so vast from what I'm hearing and what other people are hearing. And so it's really difficult for me to actually, even family members and stuff, to hear the different things, because it's so heightened, especially with all the politics going so far one way or so far the other way, that it becomes really difficult because people are very passionate about things going on. But I'm also a Californian, so it's kind of weird to me to hear people so pro-California standards when, as a small business owner, over the last 10 years, I would say since Obama's term began, he quit supporting small businesses. Taxes were just insane. The California red tape is so high that you cannot even afford to keep a business, let alone, I'm at the generational stage where it's changing, and like my father is a boomer. Obviously, he can't do it. He's in his mid-70s. And to be able to create wealth, you have to be able to buy things. And so a lot of the policies here, especially the food costs, all these things, I am so against Gavin Newsom and how he's governed and the state's governed. And then I feel that Trump may bring better policies to get down to the root of things and make it a way to logically move a budget forward, instead of more taxes, more height on other things, more heightened inflation, food prices, and it's just I don't understand how it is so, the perspective wise is so different.
Well, so I will say this, like I did a quick Google search. I can't explain why your taxes as small business owner like increased 10 years ago. But I do see here from a press release from the California State Director, John, I'm going to mess up his last name, so I'm not going to say it. Apparently, there is a small business deduction that was set to expire. And I'll have to check to see if it did expire or if it was renewed in HR 1 or not. And so with that, it was going to increase small business taxes by 20%. And this wouldn't have just been to California. This would have been across the board, right? Because if we're talking about federal taxes, right, then yes, that's determined by the federal government, and that wouldn't be anything that's determined on the state level for your federal taxes. Your state
Federally,
taxes,
there was
that's going to...
issues, but then also the statewide taxes. Insurance has increased 53%.
Oh, I'm not denying.
So
I would never deny that
liability
California taxes increase because, I mean, they are. And I'm going to be honest, like, I cannot say that I necessarily, like, I think it's funny that Gavin Newsom is trolling Donald Trump back, like talking like him on social media. That's hilarious. I also don't think I would necessarily support Gavin Newsom if he ran for president. I think he shouldn't. That's my opinion. I'm personally not in California, but
be in California and have the lockdown and everything. So I have a child with special needs. ABA, I had family members die through COVID. I mean, from not the primary COVID disease, but because of not being able to go to AA meetings, NA meetings, be around their family with bipolar disorder. Like, no, absolutely not. And he's at French Laundry, out with his friends. No, absolutely not. He is the most crooked person that could ever be in our government. The railroad to nowhere.
Ah, perfect. The One Big Beautiful Bill did make the qualified business income deduction permanent, so there is that.
What do I do in my transitioning point? Okay, we got hit with Obamacare, which was pretty difficult for me being a single mother, bringing wages. I think I was making $20 an hour managing a water well drilling company for my father. Then to be hit when I pay all of my own doctor bills, to have to pay $400 on my income tax every year, when I was like, well, wait a minute. I paid for all my labs. I paid for all my doctor's bills and visits, all my classes and all my dental care out of my pocket myself. And then at the end of the year to be able to present my receipts and say, oh no, you know what? That forced my hand on having to go get Medi-Cal, so I didn't have to pay an additional $400 at the end of the year because I didn't have medical insurance. I did not understand that.
Ended
and how
like
that was supposed
way at the beginning. That ended like 2 years into the ACA being law.
Oh, well, yeah, and I get that. But still, there's still a point where you're paying your own bills. How is that good for society? How is that good for the economy when you have a person that can produce receipts that they are willing and capable of paying their own doctor bills and medical bills, yet then get another $400?
I would say this.
So much weird stuff behind
I want to pause for a second, right? Because if you have an issue with the ACA, you should absolutely blame Mitt Romney because it was designed under his administration when he was the governor of Massachusetts, and it was designed under his. And Mitt Romney is like, Massachusetts has that in at their state legislature, like at their level, that if you don't have health insurance, you pay a fine, and it was literally modeled after Mitt Romney. Aside from that, I would actually like to talk about what's occurring right now since Donald Trump has been in office, not just what happened like 10 years ago. I've already acknowledged that, hey, the small business, like the qualified business income deduction, that was extended and the one big, the One Big Beautiful Bill, HR 1 in Congress. And I think that's great. I think that's necessary for our small businesses. I have no problem with that, right? But I would love to talk about current events and not just the disillusion that you have with your state. And I think, you can.
Okay. No, I am down to talk about whatever because I just would, there's so much going on nationwide, but I've been so focused in on California and the stuff going on here that I'm kind of being tunnel vision. But as far as like the ICE movement and trying to remove illegal aliens, I'm absolutely 110% for getting that extra expense off of our boat. And so I
What?
don't
How
like with
much?
the Renee.
Sorry,
No, go
they're
for it.
in
Go for it. It's all you.
immigrants are a net positive to the United States of America. So typically the number that I hear quoted, I'm not going to say that you're saying this number exactly, is $153 billion is what they take from us. The problem with that $153 billion, if you actually go look at FAR and CIS, who are the ones that did that study, and this has been broken apart, is they were including documented immigrants within that number. If you actually just look at the number of taxes that are paid by undocumented or illegal aliens, it's about $98 billion that they contribute annually into our taxes. In 2024 alone, they contribute, and this is going to be a funny number, but this is why I remember it so well. In 2024 alone, they contributed $24 billion to our Social Security program. It's literally what's keeping us funded. So now we're going to
that they take of our money and send back to their home countries, and what the cost is.
That
to
doesn't
American
mean
citizens on
anything.
that. But what does that mean? It means our currency is being diluted and
No,
sent
it's
out
not.
of
Our
country.
currency is not. Your currency doesn't get diluted by sending it out of the country, ma'am. When you
You've got
send it by a
you've
bank
got to print
transfer,
more
when you
money.
send it over
You've
a
got
bank
to print more
transfer,
money.
when you send it over a bank transfer, it automatically converts to a currency exchange. Have you ever sent money to, let's
so
say, Canada?
Put that on the second burner. The expenses that they're costing for Medi-Cal. What about their
Medi-Cal no longer
medical
covers
expenses?
undocumented immigrants. That ended in April of 25. And it was only ongoing for 6 months. It doesn't exist right now.
I'm in California. What in California, what's the number one state for illegal aliens?
Texas,
Like,
they have
what is the
2.1,
state?
like
Texas?
it's California and
so where's
Texas. Texas has
California? Like, what,
2.1
Texas?
million.
We're fighting to be first on the bottom. That's all we are doing. Because I can tell you 110% that the education systems are overloaded.
I'm trying to be
here.
nice, but she's
We don't have enough
rambling.
teachers. Our kids go
No
without.
state has
My
enough
special
teachers,
needs-
ma'am. No state has
Okay,
enough
well,
teachers. This is not a California issue. This is an issue.
did you
And we're going to
decide-
see, I don't know if you realize this, but we're going to see it even worse right now. Because now, since Donald Trump and his Department of Education have made being a teacher no longer a professional role, less people are going to qualify for getting their degree covered with student aid. Less people are qualified to fall under a program where, as long as you are teaching and you are working in that public service role, you are, let me finish, please. Ma'am, I need you to let me finish. I need you to let me finish. You have done a lot of talking and a lot of run-on sentences. Let me finish, please. This is important. Thank you. Donald Trump and the Department of Education have made being a teacher, like that role, no longer be considered a professional role, meaning they qualify for less aid when it comes to student loans. They no longer qualify under the public service payback program, where they wouldn't have to pay into it as long as they remained a teacher for so long, and then it would be waived at the end of the year. They have now disincentivized individuals within the country of the United States of America to become teachers. So we are going to see the problem expand exponentially, because people are not going to want to be teachers anymore, because it's not even considered a professional role. They don't get to help from federal student aid, and they also no longer qualify for a payment assistance program, which I believe they should. I've seen somebody with a doctorate degree have $263,000 in student loans and worked as a teacher. Well, that person's going to get kicked out of that program. And now what are they going to do? They're going to have to leave teaching to pay that back. But you want teachers. But you want teachers, ma'am. You're literally complaining about there not being enough teachers.
Why is the homeschooling market booming? Why is everybody going to homeschooling? Why?
That's why our education sucks.
Left-leaning push in our schools.
What left-leaning push in your school? Being educated, just makes you more liberal.
You go to
what is the left-leaning push? Can you describe? Can you effectuate to me what is the left-leaning push in our schools? Give me specific examples.
Well, having transgender people reading to our kindergartners in full drag. That
Libraries.
is a left
Sorry,
wing,
no, ma'am,
left-leaning push
ma'am.
in
No,
in
I am cutting
California.
off your misinformation right now. You're going to listen to me for a second.
I've seen
Being
it
a
firsthand. They've
drag
had
queen,
drag shows in
being
my
a drag
town.
queen, being a drag queen, somebody that dresses up in drag does not make you transgender. They were doing it at public libraries. They were doing it at they did not read. They did not. This has been debunked, ma'am. This has been debunked.
But
They
then
did
I've
not
seen it in my
read,
kid's
ma'am.
school- in my
Ma'am.
school
Okay,
district.
fine. This is what happens now. They did not read in public schools, ma'am. I am at my wit's end with you. I am literally at my wit's end with your massive drivel of misinformation and complaints. We want more teachers. There are not enough teachers to teach our students in our in our schools. But then I tell you what Donald Trump has done that is literally going to exponentially hurt and damage our school system and our entire foundation of our education within the United States of America. And you're just like, good, we don't want teachers anymore. Go to homeschooling. Homeschooling is why our education system, to a degree, sucks. Like, no the fuck offense to anybody that is homeschooled, but there's a reason. You want teachers because you were just complaining about not having enough teachers. If you are so upset with California, then fucking leave it. She trying to tell me I'm gonna have a heart attack. Honey buns, you ranted for 10 minutes. I let you go on for 10 minutes, almost non-interrupted. You couldn't even let me speak for 3 minutes. That was a 13-minute phone call. You spoke for 10. God, for fuck's sake. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
You're a kid. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, I hate your channel. I hate you too.
No one can hear you, so that was weird. That sounded like robot. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I know, Bishop. Like, hey. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
18.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your date of birth, sweetheart?
2006.
That would make you 19. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Kids, stop calling. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I have a question though. When someone has a disagreement with you, why do you just repeat yourself multiple times and say it 2 or 3 times? Like just listen to what they say and have a
You mean if
debate
they're
as to
not
what's
answering
effective.
my question?
Well, let them make their point. You make your point.
When they're not answering my question, I should just let them divert or pivot away from the conversation or the question that they're not answering?
But you talk over them. But that does, that's not intelligence. Let them make their point, and then let
Oh,
you
it's
make their
not
point.
intelligent? Did you just come up here to tone police?
Yes. Typical libtard.
Sir,
Libtard.
how about you go
Libtard.
tone police the people that call in, you little misogynist? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm a 34-year-old business owner from Massachusetts.
Cool. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I pretty much think he's a liar, but I have no choice but to support the ICE thing going on right now, and I know that's a
You
pretty hot
have
take.
no choice. Is somebody holding a gun to your head right now?
Well,
I think I'm going to give you a little bit of my background and my perspective,
I
which
don't need your
admittedly is
background. I would like you to answer my question. Having no choice would imply that you're under duress. Do we need to send the cops out to your location? Are you under duress?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, but
So then you,
financially I'm
so you're
incentivized
saying,
to
oh, you're
want it to happen.
financially incentivized. Got it. But
Yes.
so you do have a choice.
I do have a choice.
You do
Selfishly,
have a
I'm going
choice.
to want.
Awesome. So you
Yes,
don't
I have a choice.
actually, yeah, you do have a choice. So perhaps don't use words or phrases that you don't understand.
I apologize for that. I'm just trying to come on your podcast here, and I'm trying to maybe get some information about the ICE thing that's going on, and maybe share a little bit about how it's affecting me and my business.
So as I always tell everybody,
So,
I don't personally want to hear anecdotes. Anecdotes
okay,
do nothing for me. They're not provable. I like empirical data.
understood. So,
Yeah.
does
So
having well, first of all, I do have an immigrant wife, and I have gone through the immigration process myself, and it cost me about 10 grand, all said and done, which it's no small, bill, and it's a lot of stress. There's, about 15 months, I would say, to get the process fully completed. So to see people that come in here and work in my industry and cut the prices of, the jobs that I have to bid in the construction industry, it's very difficult to pay all the bills that I have to pay to keep the company going when some of the other companies that use these illegal immigrants, they're skipping
do
some
you
of these
report
steps,
those
you know
other
what I mean?
companies?
Well,
Do you report
a
those
lot
other
of them are very
companies?
fly by night. Like you'll notice
So you
sometimes they don't
don't
have names on the
report
side of the
the
truck.
other
It's
companies?
very difficult. They're like a ghost company,
So you
you don't really know who they are.
don't report the other companies?
Well, it's very difficult to know who the person is. It's very,
Oh,
anonymous. I would have no way of
it's
knowing, the names
anonymous.
of the individuals. Sure,
Oh,
a
you don't need to
contractor
know the
bids out a
name of the
construction
individuals.
project.
It's called a credible like tip, right? ICE and DHS and CBP, they're supposed to be reacting on credible tips. So if you actually knew that somebody was hiring undocumented illegal immigrants, then perhaps you should be
Oh, I
the
actually
individual
I
that
know
calls
people
those
that,
numbers.
use them. I know people that use the undocumented immigrants
Oh,
because
so you're just
it's
fine with people
they're
breaking the law.
financially. No, definitely not. I'm very against it. That's why I was
Then
calling
do you
in and I'm
report them?
talking about the ICE.
Then do you report them?
Do I report them? There's really
Yeah.
no way to report them.
There's no way. You just said you know them personally. So do you report them?
No, I don't call in to
Oh,
report to ICE. No, but I would like
you can
them
do
to,
more than just
have to
report
come
to
and.
ICE, or you can also report it to the IRS because they're not supposed to be doing that, right? That could be considered tax evasion. There are avenues for you to report people if you truly
And I'm
feel as though
wondering, do these people?
undocumented illegal immigrants are in fact the bane of your existence. They are in fact the problem that you have. Then you need to
One
report
thing I was
them.
interested in that you were talking with a couple callers ago. I've been watching for about, I don't know, maybe like 35 minutes.
Okay.
And one of the things that you mentioned about the undocumented immigrants that I know to be true is that they actually pay into the tax system, even though they're not eligible to, like, let's say, receive the Social Security benefits. They still get whacked for it on their checks because they have to have a bank account of some kind, right? But I would say that the thing that hurts us the most is the fact that the businesses that are operating with these individuals aren't covering them for things like workers' comp and liability.
That would be
So,
against
like,
the law.
somebody that breaks their leg, right, on a job site,
Again, sir, that
and
would be
they're
against the law.
illegal.
I don't know if you realize this, but that would actually be a violation of OSHA. They have to cover them with workers' compensation if they are working, regardless of their immigration status. Very similar to the Fair Labor Standards Act, the Fair Wage Standard Act. Like they also have to pay them at least the minimum wage, whether it's the state or federal, whichever one is the higher amount. And if they are violating that, they are violating the law, which means you also have the opportunity to report them to the EEOC. And it doesn't sound like you're doing any of these things. So see,
No,
and this is actually
this is
my
all above
take.
what I know.
Okay, and if you know people are breaking the law, then you need to report them. Because in my opinion, when it comes to illegal immigrants and it comes to them working jobs, right? That let's just say American citizens could absolutely work and they absolutely want to have those jobs, right? So we'll just say all of these things are true, right? I am of the opinion of you take it out on the business owners that are willing to hire those individuals, offer them less money
Sure,
because
they're
it is the
responsible at the end of
business.
the day.
The business owner is 100% responsible for it. But instead, we see Donald Trump not going after any business entity to be like, hey, you're violating federal law by hiring undocumented immigrants and undercutting the job market. We don't see him going after businesses. In fact,
Right.
he's already acknowledged, right, that the farming industry, for example, absolutely needs these immigrants. He's trying to offer them some kind of temporary status in order to keep them here and keep them working. So, and yes, I will absolutely agree, guys. For those that might be confused in any way, shape, or form, I absolutely agree that we have an issue when it comes to the construction field, where it is
I would say in the construction
saturated.
field that roofing is the hardest impacted out of all of the different subsections. Roofing is going to be, in my opinion, the number one group of people that abuse this type of, immigrant, cheap labor loophole that's been going on since, this has been going on since the 80s, right? It's not like a very new thing. People have been doing this for a very long time. The uncle who, brings their, younger sisters, over and they work and they stay in the house and they'll bid the jobs cheap and, it's almost impossible to compete against them. I would say in the past 3 months, my phone has been ringing off the hook for roofing jobs. I don't offer roofing as a service, so it's a little bit like something that I don't compete with. But I've noticed personally in the past 3 months since they've been getting a few of these folks out and shutting down some of these businesses, at least here in Massachusetts, I've heard from 3 roofing companies that said that they had to delay roofing jobs because they've had ICE sitting outside the house of the crews that are doing the illegal work, preventing them from going. So I've noticed a lot of, inbound work due to this, and I'm hoping that just the threat of it alone will incentivize, some of these businesses to not use that labor and not incentivize the entire,
Nope. The only way you can
cycle.
stop them is to actually start utilizing our federal laws and fining them, because businesses, especially small businesses, they are most concerned with their bottom dollar.
Yeah, I have to be. I'm just a regular Joe with a family.
What I was going to say earlier was that, to be very clear, and I'm very honest about this, that yes, the construction market is saturated with undocumented immigrants. Specifically, they are jobs that don't require high school diplomas, that we see it what you could consider an oversaturation to a degree of immigrants within those jobs, but they're not all necessary.
Do you think these immigrants
illegally.
working in construction burdens our medical system when they're not covered by comp and they have an accident?
Again, that's violating federal law. That's violating federal law. If you have an issue with that, then again, I'm going to encourage you to start reporting. Start reporting the businesses.
I don't know what it's like in other states. I live here in Massachusetts, and I'm like 90% sure if you go to the hospital, they have to care for you no matter what the bill is, and it just goes to the state.
Yes, sir. That's every hospital that's called EMTALA.
Okay, yeah. So at the end of the day,
And
the federal
also
government's paying for
previously,
the
I don't
broken
know
leg.
if you realize this, it's going to be even more of a burden on your state now, because previously under EMTALA, a percentage of that could actually be reimbursed under specifically EMTALA charges, could have been reimbursed by the federal government. And now, because of the One Big Beautiful Bill, your state will get $0 back. It was only EMTALA coverages were reimbursed to your local hospitals. So now a bigger burden will be personally upon you, especially if you are not reporting the businesses that are practicing illegal hiring measures and then illegal coverage measures. And
So
for the
in that
person
case,
that
is
says
that
they should
punishable
stop
by jail?
covering it no, it's a fine. It's a fine, dude. For the person that said in my comments they should stop covering it, then that would literally be illegal. And what you are asking for that to occur when you do away with EMTALA, people seem to forget that the reason why EMTALA, which was put into place under Reagan, why it was put into place in the very start, is because private hospitals made it a thing where somebody would show up at their emergency room, and because they didn't have insurance, they would cart them to a publicly funded hospital and land them on their doorstep. Literally would just drop them and roll. We still see that in today's age, right? It's just in smaller increments. So when you're saying stop covering people that don't have health insurance, you're just asking people to die on hospital steps. And that's your issue, not mine. I'm of the opinion, and I'm very clear on this, because health coverage, like access to health to keep you alive, is a human right. It's necessary for you to live. It is not something that should be capitalized on a private market. That's my opinion.
Right. Like for me, my wife has a green card. Like I said, my wife's an immigrant from Japan.
Oh, thank you,
And
Douglas.
she has she's like full coverage. That's
Okay.
subsidized by our state. But me personally, I'm the only one in the family that's not covered, and they want $2,100 a month for me because I'm, a business owner. I don't have an employment at like a company, right? So it's on me. And at this point, for $2,100 a month, I'm out here doing construction, hanging by my legs off a building, like taking the risk as a personal choice, just because it's like so, it's like 28 grand a year that I save just by risking it. So I think that it has become unaffordable and capitalized for like the smaller people out here. And a lot of people like me are just kind of like, okay, well, if I break my leg and it's 10 grand, well,
You just won't get seen.
I mean, I'm still up at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
knock on wood.
And again, like nobody's going to find that argument for me, but systematically, the way that our health system runs, our healthcare system runs within the United States when it comes to state funding, federal funding, it is being dismantled and broken apart by the federal government without any replacement for the system that is currently in place. And it does sadden me to see people not realize how that is a big issue, right? Or in your case, like if you know someone, like guys, for real, if somebody is violating the federal law, you need to report them because that's the only way it's going to get fixed. If they are allowed
So just
to
to summarize,
continuously.
before I jump off the call here, just to kind of wrap up and stay on topic here, do you think ICE is like doing a good job at getting these people off of the books
No,
that are out here on the streets doing this work in the first place?
no.
So they're not being effective, in your opinion, at combating the thing that's like, in my little surface bubble that I'm dealing with in the construction world.
No, I'm sure there's a point where it's personally benefiting you, but considering Donald Trump had to remove 2.5 million individuals from their legal documented immigration status in order to meet just a small percentage of what his deportation goals were, sir, no. They're not just going after undocumented or quote illegal migrants. They are going after people that had legal status and were doing it the right way.
Right.
So no,
Understood. Well, thank you so much for the talk.
not a problem, man.
We appreciate you letting me call in.
Of course.
Have a good one.
That was decent. Just goodness me. Lots of interruptions. Guys, if you're new here, you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that now. I will be reading through all of the supers towards the end of the live and the bits, so thank you guys for sending them. I did see that we got a renewed membership today. Is there any way over on the tubes that we can see 4 new members for the day as we continue on this stream? And if you want your comment to be read again, send in the super chat. I will get to it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Fuck you, nigger. Fuck you, nigger.
Jesus. Seek help. Also, TikTokers, keep double tapping that screen. We should already be at 150,000 likes, so let's run those up. And let's fill up the gift gallery. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 25. I'm watching your stream. I was interested if you can educate me a little bit.
Are you still supporting
Sounds
Donald
good.
Trump?
I have my doubts because I voted for him, and now I'm like very skeptical. So about Gen Zs, I haven't been able to find employment. Can you educate me a little bit of what's going on?
The job market is unfortunately being partially overrun by AI. And that's why we are seeing like a splurge in job losses, right? So specifically, for example, Meta, aka Facebook, aka Instagram, those are the typical titles people know them under, but it's Meta, right? They splurged and cut a lot of their employment that they had from pandemic hiring, and then they're also cycling out and replacing those individuals with AI. Right? So that's part of it, right? I'm not saying that's all of it, but that is a good portion. Amazon is doing the same thing. They are cutting jobs because of AI. Home Depot is laying off 800 people. Like, there's a bunch of companies that are doing massive layoffs for multiple reasons. Some are doing it, like, for example, are gas companies like Chevron, BP. There's a bunch of them, right? Back in July or August of last year, they announced a bunch of them. There are 9 different oil companies announced that starting October of 25 through January of 26, they were going to be performing mass layoffs. A few of them were because, like Chevron specifically said, it was because they made some poor business deals. So they were going to lay off 25% of their international workforce, including jobs within the United States of America. Others announced it was because the cost of gas and the price that they were getting paid per barrel was dropping too low. As for why you personally are not able to obtain a job, I can't answer that because I don't know what fields you're looking in. I doubt it's in the oil field. That's a very laborious job that some people don't like want to do. I personally wouldn't want to work in the oil industry. I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching Landman, and that shit looks scary and dangerous, and I want nothing to do with it. Okay. I'm just sorry. That was a little splurge there.
No. Just technology and all those kind of jobs. But now they've been thinking about AI. I think you have answered my question. I don't want to take any more of your time, and thank you so much.
Of course, not a problem. I do wish you the most luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Of course. I like polite callers. Thank you so much. Can we get 3 new members over on the tubes of you? Thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 61.
61. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
I've talked to you before, right?
Donald Trump has changed the entire globe.
So I have talked to you before. You just sound like you might be coming down with a cold. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm not coming down with a cold. I'm not.
You
sick
sound a
or
little
anything
more
like that.
nasally than the last 3 times that I've spoken with you.
Well, I don't know what that means, but I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad
But
you're not
thank you
sick.
for your concern. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you sound sick, I want to make sure you guys get it looked at. Colds can sneak up on you. That's for sure.
No, I'm perfectly fine. So, do you realize that the whole world is changing based on Donald Trump? all the geopolitical, economic, everything is just coming America's way now. And everybody like Iran is going to be settled pretty soon, and they're not going to have nuclear weapons.
I thought we destroyed their nuclear facilities in June.
No, Donald Trump is telling them now that they need to have an agreement.
You mean like the one that he withdrew in 2018?
No, a better one than that.
A better one. Why
Something
didn't
much
he
better.
replace it back in, his last 2 years in office?
He did. He wanted to, but they weren't
He
not
didn't,
willing to.
because or they weren't willing to. Where were they not willing to?
Iran was not willing to submit to
When?
Donald Trump's demands.
I'm sorry. Does another sovereign country have to submit themselves to a leader of another country?
When it comes to the nuclear arms deal,
No,
yeah,
that's called an agreement,
and-
because even like Russia's nuclear agreement is expiring, and yet we haven't seen a new deal to replace that.
well, there's not much you can do about that.
I
because
thought
Russia
I
can
thought
basically
another
do-
leader has to submit to Donald Trump. He is art of the deal.
No, only a country like Iran has to. Because
Only Iran
Russia,
has to submit to Donald
Yes.
Trump. Interesting.
because Russia, there's not much you can do.
You just
I mean,
can't
other
do
than
much, so
sanctions.
just let Russia be Russia, am I right?
Well, they're going to be dealt with what's called the Golden Dome, and eventually they won't be able to attack the U.S., and the U.S. will be able to attack them, which means mutual assured destruction will be eliminated. And then
So
they can do something
let's say
with
the
Russia.
Golden Dome is completed in the next 2 years. Does that mean that in the final year of Trump's presidency, he's going to drop nukes on Russia?
He could, and they wouldn't be able to really do
I mean,
any
that'd be one way to
retaliation.
end the Ukraine war, I guess.
Well, I don't think the Golden Dome's going to be ready in 2 years. And I don't think...
I know, I was just like accelerating the timeline. It probably won't ever happen, if we're being honest.
Yeah, it's a very complicated program that costs a lot of money. So that's what broke the USSR up in the beginning, was because Reagan had Star Wars and they couldn't compete with the finances of it. But whether it would actually work or not are two different things. I mean, it's not anything that's tested. So there is a Iron Dome in Israel, but that's a much smaller territory and much easier to defend than the continental USA.
How
That
much
is a
money,
lot of land.
how much money was Donald Trump estimating that the Golden Dome defense system would be costing the United States? Also, that's
It
not
would
what
be in
broke
the
up the
trillions.
USSR.
In the trillions. It's almost non-feasible.
Almost non-feasible. Yeah, not with our $38 trillion in national debt. We can't just keep going up, 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 up.
Yeah, because this thing, it would be very expensive. And no other country
Do you know
really
that
has
the Pentagon
GDP to do it.
hasn't even like given Congress any plans on the idea, just the concepts of the construction of the Golden Dome?
Well, it may never happen, but it's something to put Russia in check.
Well, if
Because
it doesn't
they're
happen,
gonna-
then it would never put Russia in check. So that's not necessarily true.
Well, if they spend all their money trying to keep up, they'll just basically collapse. And that's what happened to the Soviet Union. And now the same thing is happening to Iran. Iran is really going downhill financially.
Yeah, Donald
And
Trump wants to start bombing them again to hopefully incite political unrest.
yeah,
Yeah. So how do
yeah.
you feel about Donald Trump trying to start another war?
I don't think he wants to start it. I think he
He
wants
doesn't
to give
want
them
to
an
start it. So why is
opportunity.
he putting United States soldiers on ships outside of Iran, close to firing range?
There's a ton of ships out there. They're ready as a deterrent if they don't want to comply with
If they don't want to
non-nuclear.
comply. So now we do things by force, huh?
Pretty much that's how they did it in Venezuela too. And that's
Mm.
all about oil. That was about stopping China and Russia from transferring oil from Venezuela cheaply.
Mm.
And now that's going to hurt China's economy because they have to pay full market value. So that's going to hurt their ability to build weapons and
Sir,
ships and
China's
missiles.
been on pace to surpass our military prowess by the year 2028, and that has actually accelerated with their increased access to the NVIDIA chips, which was approved by Donald Trump himself. They don't need oil from Venezuela to surpass our military prowess because they have the NVIDIA chips, sir.
I
That
don't
has
know what
increased the timeline.
NVIDIA chips.
Oh my.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Oh my.
But yeah, I know you need money in order to build a military, and if they don't have oil, that's what the economy's run on.
China's economy doesn't run on oil, sir. You do realize that, like, China exports and, like, has their own electric cars. They don't need oil.
But how do you make electricity? You need fossil fuels
No,
to
you
make
don't.
electricity. Yeah,
No.
yeah. There's no electricity without fossil fuels. That's a myth.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
thinks
So
that it's
the windmills don't exist, the solar panels don't exist. Got it. Right, they don't
no.
have wind
That's
farms, right?
yeah. There's wind farms in California, and
No, we're talking about China, not
yeah, there's
California.
wind farms everywhere. Wind farms is not electric, and you can't depend on the wind.
It
Wind may
produces
die down.
power, sir. It converts the wind energy into power source, aka electricity. Unless they just do it by magic. I guess we could have a whole "you're a wizard, Harry" moment. I can be Hagrid for a moment. I don't think I know I didn't say that right. But "you're a wizard, Harry."
Well,
Yeah, I can't say that at all. I'm not even gonna try. I don't want to mess up my vocal cords. There, China. You're a wizard, China.
well, you need more than wind. Yeah,
They
and
have
that's only going
solar.
to produce. Again, it's only going to produce so much. Now,
It's only gonna
nuclear
produce so
power
much.
can produce electricity without fossil fuel.
Mm.
That's the only thing that could do it on a permanent basis. But it's very dangerous if there's a meltdown.
Yeah, and
Like,
I just want to help you out with something. Yeah, they have 59 operating nuclear reactors, 28 additional that are currently under construction. They also have nuclear energy. They also have hydraulic energy. All of these things contribute to them supplying their country with electricity.
why were they so involved with Venezuela then? Why was China so so into getting these deals with Venezuela
Because they are
and
trying
Iran?
to spread their deals out. They purchase oil all the time from Russia, right? Like Russia will export their oil through countries like oh gosh, where is it? Oh yeah, specifically Armenia and Azerbaijan. They've got that little strait that Russia will try to work their oil through as a way to go around the sanctions that are actually put out on their oil.
You're awesome.
So, like, sir, they have ways around it. They're still getting it. So, like,
Well,
also,
Trump is trying
it's
to
there's a
prevent
simple
that.
word for why they're still like engaging or wanted to engage with the oil market from Venezuela. That's capitalism.
Well, Trump wants to prevent all this stuff from happening.
Well, he can't. So that's not how that works exactly. You can't
Well, he's
stop
been doing-
another country from actually doing things, right? Because is he going up to Xi Jinping and putting a stop sign in front of his face and going, stop? And that means that automatically Xi Jinping is not doing it anymore?
No, again.
Oh, it's
a
not. Got
big
it. So that
country
doesn't
like
work.
China, you can't do that with China.
Yeah, because
But
it doesn't
you can-
work.
No,
with any
but
country.
you could go after the smaller countries and that are doing business with them.
Oh, you mean
That's
like a
what
bully?
he's been doing. Pretty much, that's what he is. That's what he's doing.
So Donald
And-
Trump
and
is a
it's
bully.
worked. Well,
Got
it's
it.
worked.
So you like bullying
And-
people?
No, I don't. But
Well, you just support it and endorse bullying.
only when it helps the country.
It's not helping the United
It-
States of America. We're literally tearing apart our allies with other countries. We look horrible on the world stage. Other countries' leaders literally laugh at events when they get together that don't involve Donald Trump. So that's definitely not true. They laugh like. So Armenia,
Right
literally,
now-
the prime minister or president, I can't remember what their top leader's position is called in Armenia. But they were, no, sorry, it was Albania. My bad. Albania, he went up to
Albania.
the leader of Azerbaijan and was laughing because Donald Trump still says Azerbaijan wrong. Months later, by the way, he still can't get it right. So, but sir, have a good night.
Okay.
Okay. My goodness. Guys over on the TikTok side, one second. Can we get to tippy tapping that screen? When I said we should have been at 150,000 likes, about, like, I said that 10, 15 minutes ago, we only went up. Thank you. I can't change the gift goal right now, by the way. We only went up by 12,000 likes in 15 minutes. That's not enough. Help me with the gift gallery. Thank you. I did not hit that button. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Beep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Yep. Wow. That is amazing. Whoa, I didn't know that one. That's a new one. No. Joe Biden's laptop had the solution to world peace? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I am 34.
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
On occasion.
On occasion. So you're not.
I don't know, I usually follow the policy that I like to support decisions made by our presidents and the understanding that they're trying to do the betterment for the country. But that doesn't mean it's always smart or correct, and that goes for every president.
Okay, well, that's cool. Would you support Ted Bundy as president?
would I support Ted Bundy as president?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. So you don't
I didn't-
support every president. Thank you.
I didn't.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? No. Tell me more. Yeah. What did MTG do? No. MTG wouldn't do anything like that. Holy crap. No. You gotta stop spilling all the tea. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, you just had me.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. So
Because
not-
he's not doing enough.
Oh, he's not doing enough.
Yes, he's not doing enough to deport illegal immigrants.
Mm.
But
So you're
I
for
have
his
one
deportation methods?
I have one question for you.
I asked you a question.
You're awesome.
No, I asked you a question. Do you believe in the Great Replacement? Because
No.
this is what your whole gimmick is about. You're trying to
gimmick?
push for mass immigration and trying to replace white people. This is like the left. This is the.
Can you tell me
left-wing
where I
agenda
said I
right now.
supported mass immigration? I would love to know when I said
Yeah,
that.
because you do support mass immigration.
No,
You
I said,
want
when
to
did I
replace
say
white
that?
people.
Can you tell me
You
when
know,
I
you
said?
want
are
them to replace
are you
in
not
every
capable of
institution.
listening? Can you tell me
You
when
know,
I
like-
said? Okay, hold on a second. When exactly did I say that I support mass immigration? Can you give me a date? Can you give me a timestamp? I will happily go back and watch, or at least read the transcript of my VOD. So,
Okay, do you
what
remember?
day
Okay, do you
and what
remember
time
the
did I
time
say
that? Okay, do you remember
that I
when you
supported
cherry-picked
mass
that one
immigration?
Bible verse that oh yeah, Jesus would have allowed. Oh yeah, that MAGA would deport Jesus, right?
Okay, yeah, they would.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. And here's the thing:
Would you
like,
deport
picked
Anne
one
Frank
verse.
if
No,
she
because
crossed
she's a
the
Jew.
border illegally? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because left-wing agenda is just basically kike agenda. So there you go. You support replacing white people.
Okay. Does that scare you? Is the boogeyman gonna come out from under your bed? Does the boogeyman have a name? Where can I find the boogeyman? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I actually wanted to come up and just ask you a few questions. That'd be all right.
What's the question?
My question is, I live in Atlanta. The FBI was down here going through our voting stuff, and I had another friend pose a question to me, and I'm just curious what you think about this. My friend said he thinks that Trump is going to try and relitigate 2020 again, but he thinks that he's going to use Maduro to come up and say that actually I helped Biden steal the election. And at first I didn't really, give it much thought, but the more I think about it, the more my brain's like,
TikTok, I might have to
it
mute
really
this
sounds
if
like
it's
something they
going
would do.
down conspiracy theory lane.
I'm curious what you thought.
Yeah, no, I think he's just gonna try to relitigate it just in general, but he's not gonna blame No,
See,
that
look,
wouldn't even make
see,
sense.
see,
He can
see,
try. It's not going to make
you did just
sense.
what I did. You did just what I did. I was like, yeah, and then all of a sudden I was like, well, I'm just, I try to, like, it sounded so stupid. It's making a lot of sense.
Gotcha. No, not really to me, but I mean, if that's what you want to think about, you can. I don't see it, so I'm
Yeah, I mean, why else? Why else do they have them?
oil.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was I thought it was interesting enough. And I think I had one more thing, and now it's gone. I'm sorry. I
No
really enjoy your
worries.
lives.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
I'm sorry. I had another question. I'm sorry that I just kind of just
Did you think
off
of
in
it?
the air. Bye.
Okay.
Hey, quit prank calling her, you bastards.
Huh? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Good. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your
Can you turn down the stream in the background?
Sure.
Awesome. How old are you?
46.
46. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What
I
specifically
mean,
is
not as
Donald
much
Trump?
as I used to, but yeah.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support? Oh, thanks,
That
Hunter.
would be, I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I was trying to think someone in my chat that heard what the last guy said, and most of us didn't hear it very well. He said, "Quit prank calling." So I was like, "Oh, that's what he said." All right. So yeah, what specifically has he achieved in his first year back in office?
That would be him trying to restore normalcy. And
Trying
our,
to is not an achievement, sir. That's an attempt.
well, when you've got people constantly hindering him, you
Trying
can kind of,
to is not an achievement, sir. That's an attempt. So
so
specifically,
you're
what
asking
has
me
he
what he's
achieved?
already done that
That yes, sir.
that has
Achieved was
kept my
included
support?
in my yes. Achieved was included in my question.
Well, there was the Nicholas Maduro thing that I
Modernal?
like that he
Who's
did.
that?
Oh wow. He was the fascist dictator that Trump arrested and brought over to the United States to charge
Modernal?
for
Hmm.
the Venezuelan unofficial president, the one where actual
No, I'm
Venezuelans were
not sure
happy and
who
cheerful.
Modernal is.
I said Moderna.
Moderna?
I might not be
I don't know who
coming
that
in
is.
clearly. He was the fascist president of Venezuela.
I don't know who Moderna is.
Are you trolling me here or something? Because I came here to have a serious conversation.
No, who is Moderna?
I said the
Is that a
Venezuelan
medication?
president.
That sounds like a medication.
Are you seriously freaking trolling me here? Like I said, I
Moderna
might be
also sounds like
mispronouncing it.
perhaps like a Spanish word, but not a name.
Well, it was whoever that guy was that was running
Whoever that
Venezuela
guy was. Oh,
terribly.
it is. It is a scar remover. Moderna is a scar remover. Interesting. They also might have made the C9. Yeah, actually, I think you guys are right. I think that is a Moderna made the C19. Yeah, the mRNA yeah. Did he kidnap the CEO of a pharmaceutical company?
No, he had him
What was
arrested
the
and
pharmaceutical
tried.
company CEO doing in Venezuela? How did he get elected as
Are you
their
serious?
leader?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Being serious right now?
Yeah, I'm totally serious. Like, how did that happen?
See, this is the problem with you far left extremist people. You don't like
Huh?
ideas that that contradict your narratives.
Wait, how did we get
I mean,
from
I
talking
came here to have
about the
I came here
leader
to have
of
a civil
Venezuela, who
conversation
also
and
is
give you my
like
reason for
a
why I
CEO
still
of a health
somewhat
insurance
support Trump.
company, to far less extremists? Can you tell me what I've said that qualifies as being a far left extremist?
I'm trying to be honest with
No,
you
no,
and
no, no,
give
no.
you
I want you to
my.
qualify what you
But
said.
here you are
Can
trying
you?
to twist my words and make a joke about a certain subject that.
Is
Oh,
humor
sorry, it was
illegal?
Nicolas Maduro.
Oh, you
M-
finally
Nic-
read the chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, Maduro. Anyways, so can you tell me what falls under far left extremist ideology, please, and what I did to effectuate that?
is that you kept on making this joke about how I was mispronouncing his last name, and
Wait,
instead of just simply
I said you
correcting
were
me with
mispronouncing his last name?
yes,
When
you
did I
did.
say that you
Yes, with
mispronounced his last name?
oh, please stop with the word twisting. You didn't say it via words. You said it through
I
action.
didn't say it via word. So then how can I say something if it's not verbalized?
You can say something through your actions.
No, you
We all,
can't. If
yes,
it's not
we all know people can
verbalized,
say
you
things
can't
through action.
say things
Yes,
with
we
your
can.
actions. No, you
Yes,
literally
we
can't.
can.
That requires use of your vocal cords or even a voice modulator.
Are you really trying to troll right now?
No, I'm serious. But I would love to
Because
go back to your statement that I'm somehow a far left extremist, and I would like you to explain to me what I did specifically that shows to you that I'm a far left extremist. Like, what ideology did I espouse?
well, you're trying to be a rude smartass with me, like I said, instead of just simply correcting me or being a little bit more respectful
Wait,
here instead of just
is rude only synonymous or like found within the leftist
and
side of
there you go, do it
ideology?
again.
Wait, so
You're
does that
cutting me
mean
off. You're
wait, so
interrupting my explanation, and then
wait, is that
you
sorry,
try
is
to twist
being
my
rude an
words into
ideology?
making some.
Is being rude an ideology?
Okay, if you let me
Is
finish.
being smart aleck? Like, you could just say smart ass. It's not gonna offend me, that's for sure. So is being a smart ass or being rude an ideology?
No, I'm just telling you that you're not being
Oh,
very
well then I would still like you. So
professional.
you're not answering my question. Got it. So let's try this again. Can you please explain what far leftist ideology I spoke about or espoused?
You are completely against a secure border. I don't know why,
When did I
which is
say I
one of the
was against
leftists.
a secure border? Can
When
you
you were
give me a
arguing
date
against
and timestamp?
someone that was in support of secure borders, you kept
What
on
did I say
trying.
verbatim?
You kept on downplaying
What did I
what the other
say
person was
verbatim?
saying. But, well, I can't remember every single word you said, but it was something of the guidelines of something about families and people being needing a helping hand or something.
I didn't talk about helping hands. I talked about
I
how
was just
undocumented
paraphrasing.
I talked about how undocumented illegal immigrants do not qualify for our federal programs. I talked about that. In states that offer them are not able to request federal reimbursement from the federal government for their state spent money. So I talked about that. When did I say that we needed to give all, like, when did I support mass immigration? When did I support open borders? Like, when did I do this? You're mentioning just today's stream, so can you explain that?
How's about we just move on then?
No,
Because
I want to know what
I
these
kind
far
of see what
leftists.
you're I kind of see
No,
what you're trying to do here,
what am I trying to do? I'm
and
just
what I
trying
want
to
to move
find out
on
what
is
these
to
far leftist ideologies are.
okay. Let me ask you this then: do you think Trump is racist towards black people?
Trump has been racist in his life. Yes.
Towards who?
All kinds of people. So, for example,
How?
right? Yeah, no, I can give that to you. In 1973, when the federal government went after Donald Trump and his son and his family and his dad, right? Like both are listed on that lawsuit. They were found to have been racially discriminating against people of not white complexion for their housing. That's one example. He also wrote
That contradicts
demanding.
one history where he
I'm literally
actually
still
helped increase
talking.
the
Do you want me to?
housing of black
Yes.
people.
Yeah, sir. I don't know if you realize this, but after 1973, it's because it was required in the lawsuit and in the judgment for him to go through methods of actually giving housing to black people. Wow, fantastic. He did that because he was court ordered to do it. At least he followed court orders back then. But another example is when he called for the death penalty for the Central Park Five, who were later exonerated. And even in 2024 on his campaign trail, when he was confronted by one of the exonerated Central Park Five members, he still wouldn't walk it back, even though it was proven that they didn't commit the crime. And that was a mix of, I believe it was 4 black men and a Hispanic individual, right? So like that's how that works. Okay, that's just another example. When he went and talked at the National Association for Black Journalists, and he said that immigrants are stealing black jobs, that was racist. Okay, if you want something more recent, if we actually go back to 2015 when he came down his golden escalator, specifically what he said at that time is that Mexico is sending murderers, rapists, insane people, and I assume some are good people.
Well, that
But
was true. They
he
weren't.
said Mexico specifically. So these are all examples of
Well, we were getting a lot of Mexican illegal
racism.
migrants at the time.
Racism. Racism. Does that help to see how Donald Trump has, in fact, involved himself
Not really,
in
because
racist behavior?
there's about a,
Oh, it doesn't?
like I said, not really
Okay.
because it
I'm done playing with my food. I know Josiah, but he was never going to believe that. That was technically hearsay, so he was never going to believe that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How
I
old
can't
are
hear
you?
you.
Oh, well, that's a bummer. Joker, I have merch. It's in the link tree in my bio. I have Ari merch, okay? Get it, yeah, get it. I know, I did block that number though, Josiah. So, hello? I can't hear you. That sucks. All right, we're gonna do this. Hold on. Oh yeah, it just happens. Yeah, he projects downwards. It's great. Okay, let's read through some of these. Guys, if you're new here and you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, be sure to go ahead and hit that now. Thank you, Lee, so much for that $4.99. Bat, thank you for the 6-7. For your crazy patience with the last guy last night. I know I tried not to bite off his head, but I wanted to. Also, thank you, Adonis, for the 10 over on the Blue app. Said beer money after that lady. Well, I don't drink beer, but I do appreciate that. Also, guys, I will be off tomorrow and Saturday. You will see me back on live on Sunday. To be clear, I just want to put that out there while we still got a bunch of people watching. I will not be online on Friday or Saturday. Do not miss me. Thank you. I think it's my Little Mermaid Ari symbol, Joker. Thank you, Momo, for the jewels. Living Dead, why such a rude, condescending smartass? Can you, like, I know you're probably not still here, and that's totally fine. But if you're actually able to effectuate at any point how I was being condescending, and you sent this at the beginning of the stream, so I know that it's probably not even a thing anymore. You're probably not here anymore, but I would love for you to explain to me when I was being condescending. And then also, can you define condescending? Because I doubt that you know what's required to fall under condescending. Thank you, I appreciate that. Luca, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, also for the 5. You're being all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Ari's being reasonable and articulate. Listen, guys, I totally admit to just kind of rolling on with the last guy because I have to have fun sometimes, okay? Thank you, again, for all of the jewels. 95, thank you for the jewels. World of Chaos, thank you for the jewels. Tack, thank you for the jewels. Jesse said, you're amazing. Keep up the good work, Queen. I appreciate you for the Australian too. Thank you, LMT, as well. Scott said, to cross the U.S. border is federal gov, so let's anyone in. Yeah, they just let anybody in, Scott. It's true. They just let every single person in. Thank you, LMT, again. Yes, I wish you hadn't used the last part of that word, but conservatives are triggered. They were definitely triggered. Jimmy says, hey, dumb lady, you're correct. You arrest aliens, send them home until their court date, which is due process. Incorrect. Actually, let me share this with you guys real quick, if you didn't know this, because that's not how that works in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So Donald Trump and his administration did a mass deportation of Venezuelans, right? And they sent them to Venezuela. Well, it was already found by our court system, and including by immigration judges, that they did so while circumventing their right to due process, and that the administration needs to bring them back to have their court dates because it was not effective and it is ineffective. So we'll just say this, it is ineffective. Okay, for them to do it virtually because you can't verify them very well online. So that's not true. Unless you want to tell me what federal statute says that we deport them and then schedule them a court date and they can come back for their court date. So can you show me that federal law? Thank you, Wes, for the jewels. Eric, thank you for all the jewels. Trump equals BB's favorite pet. I do agree with that. Trump doesn't care about people who support him. Just an FYI, why be mad? It's all about the people versus power. All of Trump's supporters are deceived. I absolutely agree. The majority of them are under a level of deception. 100%. Not a garden gnome, more like a shit pile gnome. Oh, that's funny. That took me a second read. I like that. That was a good one. Otto, thank you for the jewels. Chris, can Trump make you line my president? I don't know what that means. I know that there's a typo, but I can't. Oh, there we go. Hold on. He fixed it. Can Trump make Elon Musk president? No, he can't. He cannot. Yes, Bishop, I know you do not like California. I am not trying to convince you that your state is good. I promise that. Scott, Trump's making Canada politics boring. Boring Canadian politics. Jesus is coming. Thank you for the jewels. Dusty, thank you for the jewels. Tell the government to stop taking their fucking money then. We pay taxes and send extra supplies. WTF. Yeah. California puts in way more than they get out. Thank you, Aslan. Don't threaten me with the good time of leaving California. 4 more years. Yeah, hey, man. You always got to do what you got to do. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Sober. Clown, I'm not sure who that was about because I saw it late, but I did move on eventually, so I do appreciate the 2. I don't know why. New here, well, welcome in. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate. Ari, I was just listening to you outside in negative 16 degrees Celsius and plus wind chill. Ew. By the way, found out I'm getting total denture coverage today. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you are. That's awesome. Yes, Gramps came out of the woodworks again. I think the nurse let him have his phone. Boss, the Golden Dome. Boss. I cannot do the sound of South Park, that guy in there. Why do you support Democrats that funded genocide? I don't know. Hot take. I don't support funding Israel. Hot take. I know. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I don't support funding Israel. World peace. Thanks, Cup of Joe. I don't support funding them to continue on their destruction of Palestine in the way that it is. 334 Kilo, thank you. Intentionally obtuse idiot. Nicolas Maduro, stop being stupid. No, it was having fun. I know you wouldn't know what that was. I know you wouldn't know what having fun looks like. Hey, Priscilla. Weston, thank you for the jewels. Diana, thank you. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Benno. Nice to have you here. And thank you, Weston Robert, for the jewels. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you spending a part of your Thursday night with me. Again, I will not be live Friday or Saturday, so do not look for me. But I will say, I want you guys to see this. This is from Nico. Nico thought he was going to request that I was going to pay him money. And see, there's this cool button that says decline request. Oh no. We're going to confirm the decline. Oh no. Nico. I'm not paying you. What a concept. Did I do that right? Anyways, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys back on Sunday. Join the Discord server if you're not on there already. Thank you so much for being here.